You've always felt a bit different, haven't you? Like there's something more to you, more than just your body or what you were taught. And guess what? You're right. Deep inside, you have untapped powers that challenge everything you think is real. These are the abilities that ancient mystics talked about, the gifts that the mystery schools kept sacred for ages. The modern world may try to dismiss them or even medicate them away, but they're still there, waiting for you. Yes, you. This isn't just another pep talk. It's not mind games. It's a call from your very soul. You already know some truths. Telepathy is real. Your body is a vehicle, not a cage. Your mind can actually influence matter, and your spirit, it can soar beyond this world and bring back wisdom. You've been taught to follow your five senses like they're the only reality. You've learned to ignore dreams, shrug off intuition, and laugh at miracles. But guess what? That illusion is starting to crack, and something inside you is stirring awake. You've felt it, sensing what others are thinking before they say a word. You've picked up on shifts in energy in a room without anyone saying anything. You've had dreams of places that felt more real than here. You weren't just imagining, you were tapping back into your powers. This audiobook isn't just a story, it's about remembering who you are. It pulls from ancient teachings that the modern world has conveniently forgotten. Think about the wisdom of those who walked between worlds like Blavatsky, who shared truths about the layers of reality. It even recalls the knowledge from Egypt, India, Tibet, and yes, Atlantis, not as a fantasy, but as a memory. This is sacred knowledge. There are 7 powers, 7 keys to understanding what it truly means to be human, and even more, to be a being of light in a physical form. Each chapter will uncover a hidden gift, a dormant faculty in your energy body, part of your soul's design, and your ancestral legacy. These powers are real, they're ancient, and they're yours. But here's the thing, this isn't for entertainment. It's not just about gaining cool abilities, it's about responsibility, purity, and alignment. Because power that isn't understood can lead to destruction. But power that is, that's where true magic begins. Your presence changes everything. So are you ready? Once you hear these truths, there's no going back. When your mind recalls what your soul already knows, your life will take a new turn. You'll start to see energy and feel vibrations, navigating the unseen. You'll stop questioning your sanity and begin to wonder why you waited so long to wake up. You're not here by accident. Something deeper than algorithms drew you to these words. Your soul has whispered to you, it's time. Time to unlock what's been locked away. Time to bring back what was buried. Time to remember who you really are. So take a deep breath. Let go of your logical thoughts. Allow your inner self to step forward. What you're about to hear is not just a lesson, it's a calling. It's a call to your deeper self, the part of you that never forgot, the soul that knows it came here for something more. This isn't a fantasy. It's time to reveal the human being as the divine instrument it's meant to be. Let's start this journey. Your first power is waiting. Imagine if I told you that words are the weakest way to communicate. Before you even speak, your mind has already conveyed so much. Think about it. That moment when you think of someone right before they call, or the feeling of someone watching you from across the room. You know that chill when someone nearby is carrying heavy thoughts without saying a word? This isn't just coincidence or magic. It's telepathy, one of your earliest and most natural abilities. Long before we had language, humans connected soul to soul, thought to thought. This isn't just theory, it's an ancient memory. The Atlanteans, as Helena Blavatsky mentioned in her Secret Doctrine, didn't use words. They communicated through pure images and direct transmissions of meaning, free from deception. Those who tapped into this power, seers, mystics, yogis, prophets, could read thoughts as easily as flipping through a book. And guess what? You can too. Telepathy isn't just for the chosen few. It's a sense that's waiting to be stirred awake. Why hasn't it surfaced for you yet? Because today's world has taught you to overlook it. We've been distracted, afraid of silence, cluttering our thoughts, and believing we're separate from one another. But thoughts aren't private, they carry vibrations. The field around you, the ether, the subtle web, holds it all. You're always sending and receiving messages. Think of your mind like a tuning fork. When it's tuned just right, it can catch even the faintest signals. But if fear and overthinking clutter your head, you miss everything. Telepathy isn't about trying hard, it's about having a clear mind. Here's a key idea to hold on to. Power flows where clarity thrives. The clearer your mind gets, the more naturally receptive and intuitive you become. In the mental realm, thoughts are like real objects. They connect, float, and influence each other. When you focus intensely on someone, you create a thought form that can reach them. If they're open enough or connected to you in heart, they'll feel it. This isn't just a concept, it's backed by energy science. What many don't realize is that telepathy goes beyond just reading thoughts. It's about picking up emotions, intentions, and even soul states without using words. Every statement carries a frequency, and that frequency tells the truth. Telepathy is about tuning in beyond the spoken word. So, how do you awaken this gift? Not by forcing it or straining, but through quieting your mind. Start with mental silence. Your mind should be like calm water, clear, reflective, and undisturbed. Most people are caught in a whirlwind of thoughts where signals get lost. But in stillness, you begin to feel, not with your emotions, but with your energy. You'll sense when someone nearby is sad, even if they're smiling. You'll know when someone's thinking of you without them saying a word. You'll receive impressions, images, and insights before anything is spoken. This isn't just your imagination, it's resonance. Telepathy exists between minds, in that shared space where thoughts mingle in the collective consciousness. As you tune in, you start to hear beyond language. You catch the essence. In ancient mystery schools, they practiced telepathy through sacred exercises like eye-gazing to connect souls without speaking, mental projection to share images, and dream circles to send messages while asleep. We've lost these practices in today's world, but you can bring them back. Here's a straightforward exercise to start. Every morning, find a quiet moment. Sit in silence, close your eyes, and breathe deeply while calming your mind. Picture someone you care about. Keep their image close to your heart, not just in your mind. Now, without saying a word, send them feelings of peace, love, and strength. Don't just think it, be it. Then let go and notice what happens in the next few hours. Often, they'll reach out or feel something shift, even if they don't know why. You're not sending thoughts, you're connecting with their soul on a deeper level. And souls always hear what the ears can't pick up. As you become more aware, you'll feel a new responsibility. You'll realize your thoughts influence others. You're not alone in this. When you silently judge someone, they feel it. When you quietly love someone, they feel that too. So, train your mind to be a safe space. Make it a place for clear thoughts, good intentions, and positive vibes. This isn't just about telepathy. It's a journey of awakening. When we all remember this gift, the world will change. Words won't create divisions anymore. Silence will hold power, and the soul will communicate without needing to speak. You're not learning something new, you're recalling something ancient. And now that you've remembered this, other powers will come to you more quickly. Your mind isn't a cage anymore, it's a bridge to every soul you've loved and truths you've known. Take a deep breath, your next power is about to awaken. It'll show you that seeing goes beyond the eyes. Close your eyes and truly see, not with your physical eyes, but with light and essence. What your eyes reveal is just the surface. Your inner eye uncovers the true nature of reality. You came into this world with 3 eyes, but only 2 have been used. The third eye, known as the Ajna chakra in the East, the eye of Horus in Egypt, and the lamp of the body in esoteric Christianity, has been sealed not by nature but by culture and forgetfulness. But now it's beginning to open, and what you're about to discover will change how you see everything. Clairvoyance is about clear seeing, not fortune-telling or superstition, but a heightened perception that's often blocked by the chaos of our senses. There was a time when this gift was honored, when prophets and sages advised kings not as entertainers but because they could see the truth, what was, what is, and what may come. You've caught glimpses of this before. Dreams that came true, visions during meditation, flashes of insight. You've probably had a moment where you brushed off something strange as just a coincidence. We're taught to do that, but deep down your spirit knows better. Clairvoyance isn't something special. It's actually been hidden away from us. It's a natural gift that belongs to anyone whose consciousness isn't stuck in heavy energy. Take the case of a woman chronicled by Gustinus Kerner. She could hardly read or write, but had the ability to see the emotional wounds in others, communicate with the deceased, and sense spiritual energies from far away. Was she crazy? Not at all. She was simply open. Her third eye had opened up, letting her perceive what others couldn't. So what exactly is this third eye? Physically speaking, it relates to the pineal gland, a tiny pine cone-shaped part of your brain filled with light-sensitive cells. Ancient cultures recognized its importance. In Egypt, they depicted the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus in stone carvings. In Hinduism, it was marked on foreheads with special ash or red powder. Even in Christianity, Jesus mentioned, "If your eye is focused, your whole body will be full of light." This isn't just poetic, it's about spiritual science. But here's the real deal. Your third eye isn't actually blind. It's just hidden, buried under layers of fear, distractions, toxins, and disbelief. But underneath that, it still vibrates like a cosmic radio, waiting for you to tune in. When that activation happens, you'll start to notice small changes. You might see energy flickering around people. Colors may pop out from everyday objects. Close your eyes and you might start seeing shapes, symbols, even faces. Your dreams could become vivid and feel more real than your waking life. And no, you aren't losing your mind. You're peeling away the layers of illusion. Clairvoyance isn't about escaping reality. It's about seeing what's really there. You'll catch the energetic truths hidden behind smiles, the currents beneath people's words, and the vibrant fields around plants and animals. You'll be able to read the world like a living story. But be careful. This gift demands purity. Your third eye is not just a window, it's a mirror. What you see depends on what you hold inside. A fearful soul will see dangers, a prideful mind will create fantasies, but a clear heart will shine with truth and light. That's why ancient mystery schools pushed for the purification of thoughts, emotions, and desires before granting lessons in how to see. Because vision without wisdom leads to another kind of blindness. So how do you awaken your clairvoyance? Step into the calm space within your forehead. This is where thoughts fade and light begins to shine. Here's a timeless exercise, once done in sacred temples, the violet flame mirror. Find a quiet spot, sit or lie comfortably, close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Picture a small violet flame glowing at the center of your forehead where the third eye is. With each breath, feel that flame becoming brighter. Not hot, just radiant. Now ask a question that comes from your soul, not just your mind. Something genuine. Don't rush for an answer, just wait. Images, feelings, symbols might start to emerge. Let them come. Let them speak to you. When you're ready, open your eyes slowly and jot down what you experienced. Do this for a week. Pay attention to patterns and synchronicities. This isn't mere fantasy, it's a practice. Each time you connect to the violet flame, the veil thins and your vision opens a little wider. Don't worry if nothing happens right away. Clairvoyance speaks in many ways. Some folks sense it, others see symbols, some hear whispers, and some just know. What matters is the clarity you gain over time. Soon, you'll notice auras, the glowing energy fields around all living beings. You'll pick up on people's emotions before they even say a word. You might glimpse guides or ancestors or fragments of souls, not as illusions, but as a deeper perception beyond the veil. You'll begin to understand you were never blind, you were simply distracted. Now you're reclaiming your natural state, a being of pure light, grounded in your body yet linked to the cosmos. Remember, clairvoyance isn't the end goal. It's a tool, a sacred eye for your sacred mission. It allows you to see with love, to witness the truth, to recognize the divine in everyone. So throughout your day, practice sacred seeing. Look past the words people say. Feel the colors behind their emotions. Listen with your forehead, not just your ears. Gradually, a new world will unfold, one filled with energy, symbols, and synchronicities. You won't walk around blind anymore. You'll walk in light. With every step, you'll become what you once sought, the seer. Now let's talk about intuition. There's a quiet voice inside you. It doesn't shout or argue. It doesn't plead for your attention. It simply knows. When you trust it, doors swing open where walls used to be. This is your intuition, different from instinct, analysis, or a lucky guess. It's divine intelligence flowing through you like a golden river. You felt it before, that strange certainty when making a choice. It's that little nudge to leave right before something goes wrong, or that instinct about someone that later turns out to be spot on. You didn't know how you knew, you just did. It wasn't random luck, it was your higher self speaking through the silence. Intuition is the language of your soul. It doesn't come in sentences or logic. Instead, it communicates through symbols, feelings, and sudden insights. It moves faster than thought, digs deeper than reason, and is purer than emotion. It's the quiet whisper of the infinite inside you. In Elizabeth Haight's book, she shares how initiates in Egyptian temples learned to still their minds, not to empty them, but to hear what lies beyond the noise. They learned to tell the difference between the ego's chatter and the eternal self's whisper. And that's what you need to learn now. Intuition isn't something you develop, it's something you unblock. The modern world often teaches you to doubt your intuition. It pushes you toward logic, calculations, and proof. But intuition doesn't ask for validation. It simply speaks and waits for you to listen. When you tune in, your life starts to flow with an intelligence far beyond your mind. Here's what you really need to get. Intuition isn't random, it's accurate. It taps into a field that sees beyond time and space. It already knows what's ahead and senses the energy behind every decision. When intuition speaks, it's guiding you based on soul contracts and hidden truths. Ignoring it is like walking blindfolded. Following it means walking in tune with the intelligence that created you. But there's a catch. Your ego is noisy. Fear can be sneaky, and desires can disguise themselves as intuition if you're not paying attention. So how do you tell the difference? Here's the key. Intuition feels like peace, even when it's giving you a warning. Fear, on the other hand, feels like panic, even when it flatters you. True intuition never rushes. It comes quietly, gently, a knowing in your body, a resonance in your chest, a pull in your solar plexus. No drama, just truth. You don't argue with it. You either follow it or notice its absence later when things go wrong. The more you listen, the stronger it gets. It's like a muscle. Use it and it sharpens. Ignore it and it fades. When it sharpens, miracles start happening. You begin to act before the wave hits. You say yes even before the opportunity shows up. Say no before the risk shows up. You'll instinctively choose paths that seem lucky to others, but deep down, you know better. This isn't luck. It's living according to your inner guidance. Let's dive deeper. If we look at esoteric philosophy, the soul is layered. There's the physical, emotional, and mental. Intuition comes from a higher realm, a place of divine truth where everything's connected and separation fades away. When you tap into this realm, you're not just thinking, you're simply knowing. You're not making choices, you're recognizing what's already there. Intuition doesn't guess what's next, it remembers. In that higher space, all possible futures already exist. The more you trust this power, the more you become a channel for divine energy. You'll start to notice synchronicities, like breadcrumbs leading you from the unseen world. You'll find yourself moving as if guided, because you actually are. So how do you strengthen this gift? Through practice, stillness, and surrender. Let's kick things off with a simple exercise to tune into your inner compass. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Let your body relax. Think about a small decision, nothing too heavy. For instance, should I take this path today? Without overthinking, just ask the question in your mind. Now tune into your gut, your solar plexus. Don't think about it. Does your body feel open or closed? Do you sense expansion or contraction? Note the first feeling you get. Trust it and act on it. Then observe what happens. Do this daily, gradually upping the stakes with bigger decisions. You're not just guessing, you're getting in sync. The more you trust it, the louder it becomes. You'll feel what's right before it even makes sense. You'll move away from paths your ego loved, but that your soul has outgrown. You won't keep searching for signs. You will become a sign yourself. Let this truth sink in. The higher self is always close. It's the part of you that exists beyond fear, doubt, and confusion. When you learn to listen, you won't just live life anymore. You'll create it in partnership with the infinite. So, walk with calm, decide with peace, and remember, the mind analyzes, but the soul knows. Now that your inner compass is awake, you're ready to discover the next power, one that shows you're not just thinking, you're a force strong enough to influence matter itself. Masters understood something important. Matter listens to the mind. Telekinesis, the power to move objects, change outcomes, and influence the physical world using only your thoughts, might seem impossible to a logical thinker. But to those who are awake, it's just something we've forgotten. Science tells us that telekinesis isn't just some strange phenomenon. It's a natural outcome of a deep truth. Everything is mind. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. This core principle of Hermeticism is echoed in ancient teachings everywhere. You aren't separate from the world, you're connected to it. When your thoughts are clear and powerful, they start to reshape what you thought was unchangeable. Let's explore this further. What we call matter isn't as solid as it seems. It's music made of tiny particles dancing at different frequencies. Modern quantum physics is just now catching up with what mystics have known for ages. Our observations change how things behave. Consciousness can alter form. The universe reacts to a mind that understands itself. In sacred texts, saints and sages performed what we now label miracles, walking on water, levitating, healing with a mere touch, making food, water, and protection appear out of nowhere. They weren't breaking the rules of nature. Rather, they were aligning with a deeper layer of it, a layer that many of us have forgotten how to tap into. The key to accessing this power? Will. Focused will. Pure intention, unshakable belief. Telekinesis isn't just about bending spoons to wow your friends. It's about influencing the quantum field with clear vibrational command. First, you have to grasp this. The mind is a projector, the body is an antenna, and the heart is the amplifier. When those three work together, a thought turns into a force. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the tension so thick you could almost slice it? Or sensed someone's anger before they even spoke, feeling your own body react? That's telekinetic influence at work, subtle and unconscious, but still very real. Now, think about what happens when that influence is intentional. When you channel your energy not in a chaotic way, but with sharp precision. When you communicate not just with words, but with vibration. That's when the magic happens. That's when things start to move, and reality begins to change around your frequency. In yogic teachings, this ability is called siddhi. It's believed to arise not from wanting something, but from stillness. The quieter the mind gets, the more powerful its command becomes. In quiet moments, your thoughts can become clear and focused. Here's a truth many miss. Your mind is always interacting with the world around you, often without you even realizing it. Worry builds tension, anger stirs up chaos, and fear pulls in the very things you want to avoid. But when you become aware of this process, you take the reins of your life. Let's try a simple exercise that ancient initiates used. Find a quiet spot and light a small candle. Look at the flame, not to analyze it, but to connect with it. As you breathe, visualize the flame responding to your will, not through force, but through a gentle connection. Watch it flicker softly as you breathe out. Imagine your energy creating a space around the flame, feeling it as part of you, not separate. When you're ready, give the flame a gentle command. Move right or grow taller. Don't overthink it, just observe. Practice this daily, not to control, but to connect. Over time, you may notice real changes, especially when your energy is calm and focused. Why is this important? Because telekinesis isn't about dominating objects. It's about syncing your energy with the world so your intentions flow naturally with it. The wisest individuals didn't force their will. They became so aligned within that the outside world followed their energetic map. That's the core of this ability. Now, while you might not be ready to lift a stone or a feather, you can absolutely start to influence your surroundings. Experiment. Walk into a room and shift the atmosphere just by being there. Place your hand over a glass of water, filling it with feelings of calm or gratitude. Then drink and pay attention to how your body feels. Focus on calming your inner storm and watch how the world around you often reflects that change. Telekinesis starts with subtle shifts, a flicker, a chill, a feeling that the air has changed because of how you feel inside. Trust in these small movements, and they'll grow. Reality listens to those who believe in its responsiveness. But here's the key. You must cleanse your intentions. The ego seeks power for control, while the soul desires power for harmony. When your will is aligned with love, balance, and wisdom, your influence becomes healing rather than intrusive. People climbed mountains not for power, but because they resonated with the source. The mountain listened. So instead of chasing after flashy things, seek inner harmony. The mind that shapes reality isn't the loudest, it's the quietest. Let your thoughts become prayers. Align your will with what's good for everyone. Allow your body to be a calm conductor of unseen forces, and you'll see you were never trapped in this world. You've always been molding it with each thought, each breath, and every vibe you send out. Now that you've recalled this, let's dive into a deeper power, one that goes beyond time and space, a power that lets you peek into the future. Have you ever sensed something before it happened? A dream, a flash, a hunch, that feeling when you know a call is coming or an event about to unfold? That wasn't luck or just your imagination. That was precognition, your soul remembering what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Time isn't what you think. It's not just a straight line with the past behind, present below, and future ahead. It's a field, a flowing ocean of possibilities surrounding you. Your soul knows how to navigate it. In ancient wisdom traditions, the soul wasn't seen as tied to a clock. It exists in realms above time, where every moment, past, present, and future, coexists in harmony. Precognition isn't about predicting, it's about tuning into a vibration that's already there. It's like remembering something that hasn't occurred yet. As you become more in tune, those glimpses of the future start to multiply. You begin to live in what mystics call the eternal now, a moment so quiet, so expansive, it holds all moments together. But here's the catch that many overlook. Precognition doesn't come from forcing it. It arises in the stillness, in that space where your soul has the chance to whisper. Many dismiss these whispers because they don't fit their logic. But remember, logic is rooted in the past, while precognition speaks for the unfolding future. That inner voice has been within you all along. Think back to when you canceled plans, narrowly avoiding disaster, or that time you met someone and felt uneasy, only to find out you were right. That dream that felt strange until it came true. Days later, you still didn't quite grasp it, but your subtle body was tuned in beyond the surface. So, what's really going on? Let's dive a little deeper. In ancient teachings, like Theosophy and Hermeticism, there's talk of a causal plane. It's a higher level of energy, where all our actions, intentions, and vibes are recorded as imprints. Imagine imprints as grooves in the fabric of time. When your soul is quiet and open, it can read these grooves, almost like reading Braille in the dark. Precognition isn't about fate. It's more about recognizing a path ahead. The future isn't set in stone. Instead, your soul senses what's most probable based on the current energy. And once you become aware of it, you can shift that path. That's a big secret. Seeing the future isn't about surrendering to it. It's about having the power to change it. If you pick up on danger, you can choose a different route. If an opportunity presents itself, you can grab it early. If a certain path doesn't resonate with your soul, you can start anew. You're not just imagining the future, you're weaving new timelines. Now let's tap into this power. There's a special doorway where precognition flows most easily, the dream state. When you sleep, your ego takes a back seat. Your mind loosens its grip and your soul sets off on its nightly adventure, exploring symbols and messages. The ancients understood this well. The Egyptians viewed dreams as sacred gateways. The Greeks created dream temples for healing and insight. Various traditions, from the Essenes to shamans, taught that dreams are not mere illusions. They hold intelligence. You've likely had prophetic dreams before, just without the label. It's time to reclaim them. Try the dream mirror ritual before you sleep. Find a quiet spot and grab a journal. Place your hand over your heart and gently say, "Tonight, I open myself to receive true vision. I ask to remember what my soul already knows." As you drift off, keep your body relaxed. When you wake up, jot down whatever comes to mind, even if it's just small bits. Look for patterns, symbols, or emotions that stand out stronger than the dream itself. After a few nights, you'll start noticing echoes in your waking life. You aren't waiting for the future. You're remembering experiences you've already had in other layers of time. And precognition can happen while you're awake too. In moments of calm, during meditation, or even when you feel deep emotions, the veil thins. You might catch flashes or hear phrases popping into your mind. Timelines are already shifting, even before you make a move. It's time to trust that. Don't wait for signs. Act when it feels right. Pay attention to those tiny insights. They matter. When something hits you deep, it's usually true. But with this awareness comes a duty. If you can glimpse into the flow of time, walk with humility. Don't try to manipulate, aim to serve. Don't let fear guide you, seek harmony. The greatest figures weren't aiming to be exceptional, they just wanted to stay in tune. Let that be your goal too. Don't crave power just for control. Let your vision connect today to the possibilities ahead. And remember, everything you perceive is fluid. You aren't set in stone, and neither is your future. If you listen closely, your soul will guide you towards your best self. You're not just a body moving through time. You're a consciousness reaching across it, shaping your destiny with your presence. Now that you see this, you're ready to tap into another ability, one that shows how your hands, breath, and intention can impact the world. You're a healer. It's not about having a degree or a title. It's about your very existence being wired to channel life force. The key question is, have you remembered how? There's a flow of energy in everything. The ancients called it by many names: prana, chi, spiritus, and many others. It's the breath beneath every breath, the rhythm beneath every heartbeat, the unseen thread connecting soul to body. When this energy moves freely, there's health. When it gets blocked, illness follows. Here's something science still grapples with. Your body isn't just a receiver of this life force, it's also a transmitter. You're like a living bridge linking the cosmic flow to the physical world. With clear intention and presence, you can channel this energy to heal yourself and others. Energy healing isn't just a fantasy, it's ancient wisdom. Healers from every culture knew this. Whether it's the early Christian practice of laying on of hands, Reiki from Japan, or the Qigong masters of China, they all tapped into the same life force that flows through everything, and so can you. Right now, your hands hold that power. Your heart gives off an electromagnetic field, and your intentions shape how energy moves through your body. You don't need fancy tools because you are the tool. But to access this power, you need to be in a sacred space. Energy flows where your intention goes, and intention is influenced by your vibe. When you're scattered, scared, or caught up in your ego, the energy you send out gets all mixed up. But when you're calm, when your heart is open, and your ego is quiet, you become a channel for divine energy. Healing isn't something you do. It flows through you. Let's be clear, you're not the source of healing, you're the bridge. The healer isn't the hero. The healer is just a clear channel, like an open flute or a sacred current. When you align your mind, body, and soul with the source, miracles become part of your everyday life. Illness fades, emotional pains dissolve, and blocked energy starts to flow again. And it's not because you made it happen, it's because you stepped aside. So how do you start? Let's wake up your inner healer. Sit down calmly with your palms facing up on your lap. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and let your body relax. Imagine a bright light coming down from above, a warm golden white energy flowing through your head, down your spine, into your arms, and into your hands. You might start to feel your hands tingle, vibrate, or warm up. Now gently place your hands over your heart or on any area of your body that needs help. Don't try to fix anything. Just be present and let the energy do its thing. Feel gratitude, not for yourself, but for the divine energy flowing through you. Stay in this space for 5 to 10 minutes. Then take a deep breath, open your eyes, and relax. This simple practice can help you tap into your healing power, and over time you might feel it become stronger. You may sense other people's pain as if it were your own. You might feel called to place your hands on someone, breathe with them, or share calm just with your gaze. This isn't imagination, it's your body remembering what it's always known. Your palms are portals, your breath is a transmitter, and your presence carries a frequency that impacts everything around you. Always remember, you're not the real healer. The true healer is the intelligence behind the energy, the source, the infinite, the divine. You're just a bridge. So walk lightly, heal with respect, and let love, not ego, lead the way. Now let's dive deeper. Illness is all about disharmony, a misalignment of body, mind, and spirit. As an energy healer, your job isn't to battle illness. Instead, it's about bringing back balance and reconnecting either yourself or your client to that inner blueprint of wellness. Healing doesn't have to be forced. It's about retrieving what's already within. You do this through coherence. When your heart is full of calm, love, and gratitude, you send out waves that resonate with others. Your energy becomes an invitation, a tuning fork that encourages balance. That's why the strongest healers aren't always the most experienced. They're simply the ones who are present, surrendered, and filled with love. Their energy conveys what words cannot. Right now, you are safe. You are seen. You are whole. And you're ready to embrace that healing power that's already inside you. It's not about something you'll attain one day. It's something you were born with. You are a soul living in a human body, and this body, this heart, this breath is meant to connect with something sacred. So the next time someone you care about is hurting, don't just toss around words. Place a hand on their shoulder, breathe, and feel the energy move. Don't say anything. Let the silence do the talking. You'll both feel that current flow because healing isn't about fixing. It's about sharing a memory, a reminder of the wholeness that's already there beneath the pain. Once you tap into that energy, you're ready for a powerful journey, one that goes beyond the physical and lifts your spirit into new realms. This is where your consciousness truly soars. You are not just your body. This isn't just a spiritual thought. It's a reality. Your body is a sacred vessel, a temple for your experiences, but it doesn't define you. You are consciousness, a soul wrapped in light, and you were never meant to be limited. You've felt it before, that sensation of floating just before sleep, or the sudden jolt of realization as if you're falling back into yourself. That dream felt so real, so vivid, you were somewhere else because you truly were. This isn't just fantasy, it's astral projection. And now it's time to remember this incredible ability that mystics and sages have talked about for centuries. The power to consciously leave your physical body and explore the unseen realms, soaring beyond the constraints of time and space. You have the ability to explore different realms of existence. Here you can meet guides, soul companions, and even your higher self. In ancient Egypt, this was known as the bar. In India, it was called the siddhis of yogic flight. Theosophy talks about etheric projection, while indigenous cultures speak of soul walking, dreamtime travel, or shamanic flight. In every tradition, it's viewed not as a mere trick but as a sacred initiation. Because once you truly see life beyond your physical body, you can no longer believe that this material world is all there is. So what is astral projection? It's about shifting your consciousness into the astral body, a subtle energy form that coexists with your physical one. This body is made of light and isn't constrained by physical laws. It navigates through the astral plane, a realm filled with thought, symbols, energy, and vibration. It's real, and you enter this space every night when you sleep. Yes, every night your consciousness separates from your body and explores various layers of reality. You just don't remember because you haven't trained to stay aware during the process. But that's about to change. Let's break down how it works. When you sleep or meditate deeply, your physical body begins to slow down. The etheric body softens and the astral body starts to rise. You might feel a buzzing sensation or vibrations, maybe even a heaviness or lightness, or hear ringing in your ears. In that moment, if you stay calm and open, you can cross through the veil. Initially, you might find yourself hovering above your body, observing it from the outside. This isn't a dream. You'll be fully aware, moving effortlessly wherever you wish, through time and space. With practice, you'll gain control. You can explore the lower astral realms, filled with unhealed energies and fragmented thoughts, but only enter those when you're grounded. Then there are the middle realms, where you can connect with fellow travelers, learn meaningful lessons, and receive insights. Finally, you can reach the higher realms, filled with light, sacred geometry, libraries of knowledge, and divine beings. This isn't just imagination, it's spiritual science. But with this knowledge comes a lot of power and responsibility. When you travel beyond your body, you tap into dimensions that respond instantly to your thoughts and feelings. Whatever you carry inside you, fear, love, curiosity, ego, becomes magnified. That's why being prepared is crucial. Astral projection isn't just about escaping, it's a journey of transformation. Now let's talk about exploring with purpose. First, I'll guide you through a simple exercise to take flight before sleep. Start by dimming the lights and lying flat on your back. Take deep breaths. Release any tension in your body. Picture your body filling with light, especially at the top of your head and your heart. Silently tell yourself, I remain conscious as I move between realms. Allow your body to drift into sleep while keeping your mind gently alert. You might feel vibrations, a light floating sensation, or heaviness. Stay calm. This is just the separation phase. Imagine that you're rolling out of your body, like a second layer peeling off. Don't force it, just picture yourself floating. If you're successful, look at your hands. They may look fluid, almost glowing. Set your intention. Take me where I need to go. Then trust the pull. You might wake up moments later or come back with vivid memories. Either way, you're opening a doorway. With practice, this gets easier. Trust more, and your journeys will become richer. You might meet guides, enter places of knowledge, revisit past lives, or help others on a subtle level. Just remember to protect your energy. Call in light, surround yourself with symbols that resonate with you, and keep your heart open. This isn't just daydreaming. You're stepping into deeper layers of consciousness. Now think about why you want to travel beyond. Not just for fun or to prove something, it's about reconnecting with the truth of your infinite self. Astral projection is a powerful tool, a gift that shows you who you are beyond the surface. It teaches you that death isn't the end and that you're so much more than your body or name. When you return, you'll feel lighter, calmer, and wiser, less fear, less attachment, and more compassion. Once you've touched the stars with your soul, the noise of the world starts to fade. So now, dear traveler, you've awakened all 7 powers. You've realized what your mind can do, what your heart can feel, and what your spirit can grow into. And this is just the beginning. You're no longer just hearing this, you're remembering. You've crossed a threshold and journeyed through 7 ancient gates. With each gate, you've unlocked a piece of yourself that you thought was lost. But it was never truly gone, just buried under distractions, fear, and forgetfulness. Now, it's time to remember. The veil is lifting, and the energy is stronger than ever. You're starting to realize you're more than what the world has led you to believe. Deep within you is a strength that doesn't need words. You can see beyond what others see, understand things that seem illogical, and move energy just by your will. You can connect with the future, heal through your presence, and transcend the limits of the body. You're no longer just searching. You hold wisdom and light that's been passed down through generations. This isn't an ending, it's a return. You haven't gained power just to rise above others. You've remembered these gifts to help lift others up. These abilities aren't for escaping, they're about becoming fully human and fully divine. It's about being awake with every breath. The world doesn't need more noise, it craves genuine presence. Souls who remember, who shine, who move quietly yet resonate deeply. So here's what you need to do. Not from me, but from your own spirit. Use these powers to heal, uplift, and free. When someone speaks from their hurt, listen to the feelings behind their words. When you enter a room, change the energy with your presence. When you dream, pay attention to your higher self. In stillness, let your intuition guide you. When you hold someone dear, let your hands share peace. And when the world tries to tell you that you're small, just smile. You know now that you are infinitely powerful. You're here for a purpose, to awaken when others drift away, to embody what others doubt, to bridge the gap between the seen and the unseen, between heaven and earth, between what is and what can be. Remember this truth. You are the ritual, the healing, the prophecy, the revelation. These hidden powers weren't meant to stay buried. They've been waiting for someone like you to awaken and walk among those still asleep. You're not alone, others are waking up too. And when enough of us rise, the very fabric of reality will shift. We are the ones who remember. We feel energy in a handshake, hear the silence between words, dream while wide awake, and carry ancient wisdom in modern hearts. You've remembered now, so live as if you never forgot. This marks the end of words, but the start of your journey. Go and let these powers awaken in every cell, with every step and every breath. The world is ready. The real question is, are you?